Good morning, students. Today I am going to deal with the grammar topics from the first unit. We have tenses, modal auxiliaries, and reported speech in this lesson. I'll be teaching you the modal auxiliaries and the tenses in this video. In the next video, I shall teach the reported speech. Before going into the main topics, let me revise the parts of speech. Though you are familiar with the parts of speech, we can just have a recap. There are 8 important parts of speech in English grammar. First one is noun. Noun is a naming word. It could be a person, place, animal or thing. Next is verb. Verb is a word used to describe an action, state or occurrence. In other words, it is an action word. Adverb. Adverb is a word or a phrase that modifies or qualifies an adjective, verb or other adverb, expressing a relation of place, time, circumstance, manner, cause, degree, etc. Adjective. An adjective is a describing word. It describes a noun or a pronoun. Pronoun. Pronouns are used instead of nouns. Preposition. A preposition is used to link nouns, pronouns or phrases to other words within a sentence. They act to connect the people, objects, time, and locations of a sentence. Conjunction. A conjunction is a word which connects two words or clauses or sentences or phrases and shows the relation between them. Interjection. Interjections are small words that bear no grammatical connection with the sentences in which they are used. It is usually followed by an exclamation mark. Now let us see about verb in detail. It is a word that tells what someone or something does. It is an action word or word of being. The action words like sit, laugh, run, jump, etc. are verbs. Let us see about the types of verbs. A verb can be classified into finite and non-finite verbs. What are finite and non-finite verbs? First, let us see about finite verbs. Every sentence needs a finite verb. The main verb in every sentence is a finite verb. Finite verb can be further classified into main verbs and auxiliaries. Main verbs are usually the action verbs that come after the helping verbs. A main verb may be a linking or action verb. Look at the following examples. She looks happy. The police are looking for the suspect. Next, about the auxiliaries. Auxiliaries are also known as anomalous finite verbs or helping verbs. There are 24 anomalous finite verbs. Anomalous finite verbs are classified into 3: primary auxiliaries, modals, and semi or quasi or marginal modals. Let us see this elaborately. There are 11 primary auxiliaries which are further classified into 3. First one, be verbs. We have 5 be verbs: am, is, are, was, and were. The be verbs am, is, and are present tense, and was and were are the past tense of am and is and are respectively. Am is used before the pronoun I. Is and was are used for singular subject. Are and were are used for plural subject. Then we have three do verbs: do, does and did. Do and does are used for present tense, and did is a past tense of do and does. Do is used for plural subject and does is used for singular subject. Did is used for both singular and plural. Then we have the H verbs: has, have and had. Has and have are present tense and had is their past tense. Has is used for singular subject and have is used with plural subject. Had can be used with both. Next comes the 9 modals: will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might and must. Then comes the 4 marginal modals: need, dare, ought to, used to. In this unit, we are going to learn about the 9 modals and 4 semi and quasi modals in detail. First, let us see will and would. Will is used for informal requests, refusal and offers. Would is used for formal requests, past refusal and past habits. Next, can and could. Can is used for offer, permission, ability, possibility and request. Could is used for suggestion, permission, ability, possibility and request. You can go through the examples given here. May and might. May is used for higher possibility, permission, request and wish. Might is used for possibility, permission, suggestion, request and condition. Shall and should. Shall is used for offer, suggestion and permission. Should is used for saying what's right or correct or for possibility. Must is used for necessity, obligation, logical conclusion or prohibition. Next is non-finite verbs. It is a form of verb that does not act like a verb. Non-finite verbs are classified into the infinitive, gerund and participle. Infinitives. Infinitive is the base form of the verb. It is a form of a verb in the form which has to. Example: to go, to be, to ask, to fight, etc. We also have zero infinitives, otherwise known as bad infinitives. After the 9 modals, we should not use to. The similar way, after words like let, make, help, we should not use to. That is why they are called as bare infinitives or zero infinitives. Gerund. Gerund is a verb in its ing form. Example: raining, dancing, laughing, etc. Participles. We have present participle formed with verb plus ing, past participle that is the verb 3, perfect participle formed with having plus verb 3. We have 3 forms of verb: verb 1, verb 2 and verb 3. Verb 1 is a present tense, verb 2 is a past tense, and verb 3 is the past participle. Now let's see about the tenses. The word tense comes from the Latin word tempus, which means time. So tense denotes the time of an action of a verb. There are three main tenses. They are present tense, past tense, and future tense. Past tense refers to the action that has happened in the past. Example, I ate the apple. Present tense refers to the action that happens at the present. Example, I eat the apple. Future tense refers to the action that will happen in the future. Example, I will eat the apple. Some clue words which are used for different tenses are given below. Again, each main tense is classified into 4 tenses. That is simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. So we have simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and present perfect continuous tense. Next we have simple past tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense, and past perfect continuous tense. Then we have simple future tense, future continuous tense, future perfect, and future perfect continuous tense. In total, we have 12 tenses. Through this chart, you will be able to understand tense clearly. The various sentence forms are given under each column. You can just see the simple present tense. In this, subject plus verb 1 is used. Then comes present continuous tense, subject plus am or is or are plus verb 1 plus ing. Am is used with the pronoun I, is used with singular subject, and are is used with plural subject. Present perfect tense, perfect itself means has, have, and had. Here for present perfect tense you have subject plus has or have plus verb 3. Then comes present perfect continuous tense, where subject plus has or have plus been plus verb 1 plus ing is used. Then comes simple past tense, where subject plus verb 2 is used. For past continuous tense, subject plus was or were plus verb 1 plus ing form is used. For past perfect tense, subject plus had plus verb 3 is used. Past perfect continuous tense, subject plus had plus been plus verb 1 plus ing is used. Last one, simple future tense, subject plus will or shall plus verb 1. With the pronoun I and we can use shall, and with other pronouns you can use will. Future continuous tense, subject plus will or shall plus be plus verb 1 plus ing. Future perfect tense, subject plus will or shall plus have plus verb 3. Future perfect continuous tense, subject plus will or shall plus have plus been plus verb 1 plus ing is used. Children, you should remember one thing, that continuous tense means using ing. Perfect tense means using has, have and had. And when you are using perfect continuous tense, has, have, had plus been plus ing must be used. You have to copy down this chart in your note. The verbs are highlighted so that you can easily understand that. Next, the same page is in your book. You can go through it and you can see how the 12 tenses are formed. If you have any doubt, you can contact me personally. I'll be giving you the notes soon. Thank you. Do cooperate.